This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. I'm an entertainer. The one and only ape father in the house, providing entertainment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, baby. Wow! Okay, I just watched Uncle Festa's video saying, does Lou work for a bank or a hedge fund? So here's his argument. He goes, look at me, mother effers. He goes, do I look like I could be employed by a bank? Meaning like he looks like a hoodlum, whatever, a street thug, whatever the case may be. Okay, I understand that. Then his second point is that his current relationship with the government is probation, meaning he's on probation. So that's ending soon for him, he said. So how am I going to work for a bank or hedge fund if I'm on probation? These are very valid points, but let me tell you what I've been discovering in this play. Okay. It's not that Lou works for a bank or a hedge fund because he's smart, because he has Wall Street experience, which he has none of. It's maybe a potential. Now, this is alleged. This is just my opinion. This is not factual, what I'm saying. It's alleged, entertainment purposes, okay? But this is my possible feelings on it. He has a large audience on YouTube. He has a very large audience. Like, I don't know if you guys know this. Lou is a big shot on YouTube. I know he tries to come across like he's a regular Joe, regular average guy. He's pretty big. I think for last I checked, he had something like 50 million views, close to 100,000 subscribers. I mean, it went down just a little bit, not much. It's amazing to me it didn't go down a lot with all his false predictions. It's amazing. He's still pretty high up there. So is it possible that there are these crooked banks that go to people on YouTube? Okay, it could be two possibilities, and work out some sort of a financial arrangement for them to influence AMC Apes to sell low, to get discouraged, to sell, to get out. Okay, so that's one possibility. Or another possibility was it was set up from the beginning, before like AMC was anything. Like there was a big sit down because they knew that there was a problem that they were all going to have to face, meaning hedge funds, crooked banks, every government possibly. And they all had this big sit down saying, you know, we're in major trouble here. You know, this could turn into a catastrophe. Okay, so we got to figure a way out of this. And maybe certain YouTubers, AMC YouTubers, were hired from the very beginning to kind of act like your friend. It kind of reminds me of like the movie Donnie Brasco, you know? Like, you know, Donnie Brasco, you know, as you know, Joe Patrone, he was a cop, okay? And he was an undercover cop. And he got in so good with the mafia, with Al Pacino, Lefty, everybody, you know, that they believed that he was he was a good fella. You know what I mean? He was a wise guy. So the thing is, he was a cop, okay? But, you know, only until the end when he made his arrest did they all find out the truth, right? So is it possible that this could have all been arranged from the beginning? And certain people, you know, alleged, Matt Cause, could have been one of, because you want to know, like, let me tell you my feelings on things. You know, like Lady Gaga? You know Lady Gaga? Okay. So here's a singer who no one knows. Like, she's unknown. She was singing, like, I performed in the Bitter End, and this is in Manhattan, okay? You know, Lower Manhattan, like the Village. She was performing in the same places I was performing in, you know, maybe 20, 30 people in the audience. And basically within like 2 months later, she's like a superstar. It's like, oh, how did that happen? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, maybe things are arranged. Maybe this was, you know, she had maybe big people behind her. Maybe, who knows? Anyway, it's anyone's guess. It's anyone's guess. But did you ever notice how sometimes people just come out of the blue? Like, you don't know who they are. All of a sudden, they're like the biggest superstars in the world. I'm just saying, sometimes things are arranged in this world but sometimes it's not even for the benefit of the person who's the superstar. It could be the benefit of somebody else. You know, remember that guy like Harvey Weinstein, you know, how he said to all these, female actresses, look, you want this part? All right, well, you're going to have to do a little thing for me, you understand? You understand? Like, hey, baby, I get lonely sometimes. Come to my hotel room. Just take it off. Hey, baby, you know I am a big man in Hollywood. And if you want to stand to be a star, get down on your knees, baby. I need sexual healing. Now, it's terrible, but, a lot of women, did things like that to make it in Hollywood. And listen, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not trying to sound like a bad guy. This is factual things. Madonna admitted it. Madonna was like, look, she used to go fool around with everybody, with the DJs, with, the record producers, to everybody. She admitted it, and she became a big star. So, listen, I'm not saying that Lou was fooling around with anybody. I'm not saying that Lou is getting down and dirty. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that this could have been arranged. Look, how do you explain Lou making this dramatic change? I mean, what happened? What happened to the guy saying the true price of AMC is $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, all this shit, right? This is going to change your life. Your family has cancer. Get involved in AMC. This can help your family, give you financial freedom, all this stuff. I was the one who came into AMC because of Lou. I listened to Lou. Lou influenced me. So now Lou is this friggin' psycho, who, he's claiming we're squeezing every day. We're squeezing March 3rd, we're squeezing March 17th. Now I think he's saying we're squeezing in June. That was, I got a message from an ape saying something about June. That guy's a psychopath. It's like, remember, we're going from 30, we're going to 100, going to start a managed event. Going to go to 500, going to go up, going to do this. You know what I mean? And now it's like, it's over. The play's over. If we don't squeeze in March, it's finished. I mean, don't you all find something a little odd about all of this? How can you go to that much of an extreme? I mean, seriously, I'm not going to say I go to extremes. All right, just a little bit. Darling, I don't know why Lou goes to extremes. Come on. Uncle Fester is too high or too low, no in betweens. And if AMC starts to mow ass, he wants you to buy his book. The problem is he does not own any AMC. You know what I mean? That's another thing. Does this guy even own any AMC? The guy's always talking shit. Oh, I got a big position. I got this. I got that. I got my money on the line. You know when I started getting suspicious with Lou is when AMC is like at these types of levels. I'm down so much money. That's why you see me. I go crazy all the time. I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out. I mean, you see it in my face, man. You can just see it. Lou's like, ooh, 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 ooh. So he's happy. So he's in a good mood. You know why he's in a good mood? In April, Lou is making $40,000. 5 figures. Let me repeat that. $40,000. Not bad for a guy who's got no money on the line, not taking any risk. Right? 40 grand in a month. You're jealous. It's not that I'm jealous. Listen, man, I wish him the best. I want everybody to be rich. But don't friggin' lie to people. Be stand up. Be honest. Be a true person in this world. And if you're a true person and you're honest, like here's an example. You want to hear an example? You want to talk about jealousy? Like I'm jealous of Lou. Okay, would you think I would be jealous of Elon Musk? The guy's worth $200 billion? No, I actually love Elon. You know why? Because he's real. He's a true stand-up guy. In 2008, he was almost bankrupt. He had to go ask his friends for money just to eat, to pay rent. Okay? He's not a fake. I love Billy Joel. You would think I'd be jealous of Billy Joel, right? Because he's worth, $300-400 million, right? Forget about Lou. I'm not jealous of Billy Joel. Billy Joel's one of the most talented singer, songwriter, piano players in the history of our planet. Why am I going to be jealous of someone who deserves it? You understand? So it's a difference if you deserve it or if you don't deserve it. In my opinion, Lou doesn't deserve it because his whole money that he's making, it's based on friggin' deception. It's based on lies. I have secret connections. Secret connections are telling me AMC is going to squeeze. They just met me in the park. It's going to happen right now. Then it doesn't happen. Oh, my secret connections are telling me it's June, it's March, it's April. Yeah. Fake! Fraud! That's all I have to say. AMC to Pluto.